then we can go through a depressive episode, which can then further increase our risk for developing post-traumatic stress disorder.
You may recall a couple of years ago, then Chief Blair had a review of our the way that the Toronto Police Service interacts with people with mental illness and our own personal wellness. So we hired retired Justice Frank Iacobucci to do a review of our work, and he came back to us with 84 recommendations. I'll take you through all 84 recommendations. No, I'm just kidding. But a number of those recommendations dealt with our members' wellness and the importance of having a healthy employee, which would make for a healthy and professional public servant.
For where I was in my disease, there's only 3 places you end up: jails, institutions, and death. And 2 of them I was there pretty often at the end of it all. And I had to really change.
I'm glad we're talking about it, but there's a lot of work still to be done around eliminating the stigma, and the only way we can do that is by having corporations really define in their policies and procedures how are they going to deal with their employees who are dealing with mental health injuries and illness. And we have to be cognizant that many organizations are still very reluctant to talk about this issue. And yeah, they'll have a peer support team on paper, but are they being funded accordingly by the organization? Are those peers actually getting the proper training?
When you're sitting at home and you have an addiction and you have the shame and the guilt, that's what you're actually feeling, is the moral injury. And our members aren't dying from post-traumatic stress. Our members are dying from the moral injury part. And because they're in that abyss, there's no way out, and there's nobody addressing that. And through Badge Life Canada, we're committed to bringing some programs in. We have some great things going on right now, and if everything happens, we'll have a program that's going to address that specifically for first responders.
There's a lot of good programs out here. The government has given us the ability. We have the legislation that we have today. With these programs, we have to filter them through all levels of our organization. I call us the end users, the people that are out there suffering.
I think it's very important that the different levels of care are diverse, so that when people who are dealing with symptoms connected to their OSI or their PTSD, they can hopefully go for assessments and determine what level of care do I need. Would I benefit from outpatient services, doing things while I live at home and going into appointments and seeing a psychologist and peer support groups in the community while I continue to reside at home? Or has my day-to-day functioning and the way I walk in the world is so infringed upon by my symptomology, do I think I would benefit from residential care?